Welcome, everybody. My name is Wolf. I'm from Germany, and I'm actually telling you today a story about a video game that we've been developing for 4 years now, and it's the story of Beatbuddy. And first, before I start telling a story, you probably introduce yourself. So my name's Wolf, and I'm one of the Threaks. This is our company. We are an independent game studio from Hamburg, Germany. And I'm terribly sorry for the really bad Photoshop here, but I tried to squeeze everybody inside the picture. So as you can clearly see, anybody who worked with Photoshop before, I'm totally fixed in there. So you see the arm is mirrored. It is the same arm as the other side, plus the dog has 3 ears. So, but since I'm not around too much at the time right now, I tried to make it look like we're still a happy company sitting all together in our office. But I'm not talking about Photoshop today. I'm talking about Unity today. So basically, I'm talking about 5 versions of Unity. So I'm talking about version 2.6, 2.61, 3.1, 3.5, and 4.1. And that is basically the main reason why we're here, because it feels a bit like whenever I'm talking to other developers from Germany or from the US, I feel a bit like an evangelist from Unity, because without Unity, we wouldn't be here, because we basically started as a team of only designers. And the point is that I don't want to talk about any technical advice today, what you do and how you can make textures look better and everything else. But I want to talk more about what you can do from a creative standpoint. What can you put your mind into with Unity? And the fun part is basically our journey didn't start with Unity. It started with a video. And I'm going to show you the video right now. It was done in After Effects at a university course in 2009. And I'm not going to comment it, but I'm going to talk about it later in a second. And we need volume. Nice. Okay. So that is the video. This is basically what we did, just like I said, in 2009 at a university course, and it got us inspired. Like I'm pretty sure that nobody understood what happened there. Only half understood, or had an idea what happened there. Something about like a little sperm part that was trying to get into uteruses in an alien. It's really weird, but it was basically about. It's about one simple idea. Okay, it's actually not simple. But it's still about an idea. What you saw was that this little dot was moving to a bass drum beat, and at the same time he was making the bass drum beat. So the point is that we thought about how would it be to walk inside a music track and behave exactly like the music track behaves, and as the composition builds up, new elements of the songs get introduced as other game mechanics that exactly behave like the way they sound. So that is the basic idea that kept us running for 4 years. And what actually happens with that is that you are able to create a video game, but at the same time having a non-linear interactive music video, because the player decides how fast he wants to listen to a song. Of course, that was very, very basic, and that was not interactive at all because it was just a video. So what did we do? We got introduced, one of our programmers and one of our co-founders called Steve, he heard about a new engine called Unity. And so we kind of started working on the first prototype. And this was done with Unity 2.6. And I guess the genre at that time can be called a music parkour game, I guess. Looks very, very different from everything. If anybody heard about Beatbuddy already, it's super different. But it's basically the same idea still. And for that, I need somebody to volunteer me on stage. And I mean, you can see we got 5 giveaways. Steffen, no. I told you, it's please. I mean, you're just my backup. If nobody raised their hand, then okay, come on stage. Thank you. So yeah, basically I'm showing today with the 5 versions, I'm showing 5 different prototypes on how the game evolved, and everybody who helps me playing on stage is getting one of the plushies. Steffen is getting one afterwards. So Steffen already got one. No, I don't. No, you don't? No. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's head to the PC version. The controls are pretty simple. You just use the arrow keys and everything else is explained. Okay. Can
you say that I've never tried it before, so I don't look stupid?
Do we have any audio? Oh yeah. Okay, the volume's coming up. So, hey, it's super self-explaining. You're in a fantasy world, being a dot, and shit, I should have played. Oh. Yeah, do it. Otherwise, there's no game. Bam, you made it. So now Steffen is this music virus is inside this Beat Mobile or whatever, and he can only move to the beat. And now he's having this. This is the music track, kind of, and all the different instruments are set as game mechanics. So while he's walking inside the music, he can change with his behavior and how he plays sound. Can try to evade. Yeah, those things are spiky. Don't hit them. And what he can do, he can just move to the bass drum beat, or he can press A and move and make snare jumps. So yeah, it's really, really hard. I mean, you also got a small screen. We got the big screen here. It's a bit easier. Yeah, so this is basically the version from 2009. It was developed with, I think it's people of, I think six people developed on this prototype. And as you walk a bit, Steffen, I think you can go down. Down is the easier way. Yeah. So, and basically what happens is still the same idea. You are playing to the beat, and as you progress inside the level, new parts of the song add to the whole composition. So basically, it's all kind of 3D-ish. We tried everything else with the shaders that were in there, and we had a massive problem with the sound. So right now, you already hear the next sound, the synthes. Thank you. It's already over. Thank you very much. Steffen. Thanks a lot. So yeah, that is actually the first version that we had, and for us it was considered a success because we always dreamed of becoming game developers. And now I can still remember this time when we were sitting in my apartment together working after the university class, and I hit, and everybody else hit as well, but I hit the Mac version button for my stupid Mac PC or Mac system, which I'm having since forever, but I couldn't play any games. And like we worked for 6 months on one prototype, and we could hit a button and we have our own game on our own system. That was just incredible. So it kind of kept us running. We stopped attending university at that point, more or less, because we had the feeling, wow, we are totally up to something here. And but we had the feeling that I mean, it's awesome to have a game on your PC, but we thought it would be even more awesome to have a game on your telephone. I mean, like in 2010, the whole iPhone topic was hot. I never had an iPhone, I was always too poor for that. But everybody else had an iPhone, so it would be so cool that my friends could play our game. So basically what we did, we kind of stopped the project there, ripped all the graphics we had apart, and we started with a completely new game. And it was actually also with the next part of the engine, so 2.61. And it was basically then a casual music parkour game. Yeah, casual was the word of 2010. Like, and basically we did a completely new version. The graphics has been changed and everything, and it's again volunteer time. So anybody want to play? Okay, come on stage. This is actually fun because this is the worst prototypes of them all. So it's really hard to play, but yeah, it's kind of, although it's a casual game. I mean, we're really bad game developers. Okay, so let me start that. Try to get the. Okay.
So what do I do?
You actually play it with a mouse.
Okay.
Oh, it's basically that the mouse, that Beatbuddy always follows where the mouse is going. So, but you're still moving in the beat. So it's again the same system, but you have to imagine that you're having a telephone, and you can. I mean, we also had some telephone dummies, and also on an iPad, and you basically have to move it around to get the right movement for the character. I mean, you can be a bit more extreme on your mouse touches, so you can make bigger jumps. And yeah. So, I mean, as you can see, like the whole graphic was changed. It is all this artsy-fartsy, easy 2D-ish graphical look. So we got away from the sci-fi, druggy world to make it more casual, of course, so everybody can have fun with the graphics. Oh, you're actually doing pretty good. This is because, I mean, the game really, really sucks on a computer. With the iPhone, it's kind of okay. And I mean, at that point, we kind of realized, okay, that could be fun, but there was still something missing because, I mean, with all the music, with all the different sounds you have in there, we thought there would be a lot of variety, but after some point, if you're just moving to the beat, there's not too much that you can add to the game design. But I mean, still, we wanted to follow up on that whole thing. I'm pretty sure you're not going to make it over there because the mouse control on the screen size are impossible. So exactly where you're stuck. Thank you. Here, and here's the plushie. It's really mean, sorry. But it's... Oh, right. Alt F4. Okay. Yeah, so that is the second prototype, and we kind of had the feeling this is fun, this is cool, but at that time we were already too long out of university. Me and one of my co-founders, we've been working on a construction site, working out and carrying heavy bricks and getting some money to develop games. But at some point we had no time to work out. Also, like if you're having a student job as a construction site worker and at the same time developing video games like that, that's not good because it's like very, very you don't really get the training when you're doing developing games if you have to go to the construction site as a student worker. So we had to start working at some point and wanted to say, okay, we need 100% of our time. And we had a real big problem because we already saw, like, I mean, it took us 6 months to do this, the first prototype with a team of 6 people. At that time, we were only 4 people left. And we kind of had the feeling if we want to go out for iPhone, especially since we have massive sound problems, because it's really, really hard to keep all the music in sync, we had the feeling that we needed money. Not a lot, but a little bit. And so we found something that was called the Pro Idea Fund. And it's actually something that is funded by the city of Germany, by the government. And you're having the chance, if you got a prototype on a technological level, you can show it off and say, hey, we need this and this amount of money to make it to the market or make it to an investor or show off our idea. So this is basically what we applied for. I think I also had my red pants on. Those red pants have been following me for quite a while. I mean, they've been 15 euros. Although they're Hugo Boss, I made a really good deal that day. So anyways, that's totally not important. And basically what happened then, prototype funding, like pitching a game to a publisher is something, but pitching a game to 5 guys in a suit with ties, never heard anything about video games, you have to use the power, especially since the prototype was like that and not really running well. We had to use the power of After Effects again. And you see the video that got us the first payment, and also my red pants, but mainly the video. So, yeah. So because, I mean, of course, we're not just developing a video game. We're developing a vision here, we're developing technology, and we're developing this guy called Beatbuddy, who's just moving to the beat. And the basic idea was that people could insert their own songs into this app, and then the system would generate a music parcours based on the track they inserted. That sounded like a really good idea. But it's, yeah, I'm going to tell you something about it in a second. But I mean, as you can see, this is kind of also the prototype we played before. But then, if you want funding, you need technology. So we had the name MDPG, Music Dependent Procedural Generator. That sounds super expensive. And basically what it does, or what it should do, is that if you insert like a certain sound file, like a snare or something, the system recognizes in real time the animation behavior and the movement. And basically, if you insert a new song, the whole level gets adjusted to the new beats and the new timing. And bam, you got infinite levels, you got infinite game design, infinite fun. Sound like a really, really good idea. But the problem is in real life, that's not that easy. Basically, we tried to make it happen, and we got, that is the best part, we got the funding. We got the funding. So we got the funding, but soon afterwards we realized that the iPhone version is not working out like we planned it would be, because of several reasons. Like, we even talked with the Fraunhofer Institute guys. Those are the people who invented the MP3 back then. And we thought, if anybody knows how to get all the information back out of an MP3, then they are the guys who know it. And they were even working on some tech that you can get all the infos out of that. But it was working like sometimes 100%, sometimes 40%, so it wasn't working at all. Basically, and the problem was that we always needed it to work 100% right. And also the problem was we had the feeling that we wanted to make games. This is why we started, and to have like a procedural generated level system of an iPhone was not what we really wanted to have. So we changed the idea of also with the new version of Unity 3.1 of making it a music action adventure. So finally, we would have a game. And we were really skeptical at that point because everybody was expecting an iPhone game. And if you told the people who gave you the funding, yeah, we changed our plans a little bit. Yeah, the character is not existing anymore. Yeah, the whole system changed and the whole game design changed. But actually, we did everything right because we got a nomination with that prototype for the German Video Game Award. And I need another volunteer because now it's time for the German Video Game Award prototypes. So does anybody want to have a free? It's really hard. You there? Huh? Awesome. Good. Where's the? Hi, what's your name? Mike. Great, Mike. Magic Mike. Okay. Well, I have a really high voice if I want to. Okay, let's go to the... There will be some German in a second, so don't be scared. Okay, so it's basically this is also the footage that we sent in for the jury. So, and there's something I have to tell you about the German Video Game Award. It's basically tax money that is taken from a jury or from Angela Merkel. Angela Merkel gives it to a jury of video game people. It's around 700,000 euros, and then the jury decides which games are politically correct and interesting and are worth to be supported. And of course, we had some bullet points saying educative music game and really easy for the kids and all that kind of stuff, because we had to adjust a bit to the whole topic. And this is the game that we sent in there, and we also had a great story. It's like Beatbuddy is partying in his house, and then the music is off, so he follows the cable. Brilliant story design. So basically, what you can do here, it's played over the over those things, and that's it. So yeah, this is Beatbuddy. So the first iteration of Beatbuddy, the figure has gone quite a way, because we kind of felt that if we want to get this message across, we can't be like Res. We can't be all graphical and synergetic. We wanted to bind the whole thing to an actual world that could exist somewhere. And still, it's basically the same thing. I mean, we kind of removed that you were able to move in only to the bass drum beat, because we felt that this is giving us, it is a lot of fun, but it is, from a game design perspective, giving us not the freedom that we wanted to have it. So basically what Mike is playing at the moment is the first level. It's there you hear it. We had audio problems at that time, but nobody at the German Video Game Award obviously heard it. And this was also the first point. Like, the graphics looked awesome. It was kind of fun to play. It was really something else. But we really had the problem with getting all the music files synced at the right time, and we really felt that this would take forever. Upright. So but I mean, for us it was really cool, because we've just been a small development studio sitting in our university office, and then you get invited to this German Video Game Award stuff, and you meet all the German developers, which are not so many actually, and then you have this game on the screen, and it's like, whoa. But the problem is we had literally no time to do more than that. So again, we faked everything, and we did it per video, because we've most of the time been like 60% or 70% designers in the company and only 1 or 2 programmers. So so we kind of gave them a perspective how great the game would be if they would give us the first prize. And so here's some stuff that you're gonna see that will never make it into any game, because it's just concept art. But it's something that Dennis, our artist, did in a very short amount of time. I think he did it on the day before we sent everything away, from 1 in the night till 5 in the morning. So he did like 5 concepts, and in the end, he was a bit pissed, because it was like a really... I mean, we had the idea at 11 that night, and he actually wanted to go home because it'd been the 3rd night's crunching straight. Yeah, I mean, we were able to deliver a message that this could be an action game inside a universe of music. But just like I said, is that the screenshot I'm looking for? No, because Dennis did something really mean, and we discovered it a year later. Right, here it is. It's a giant penis shooting laser sperms, and he knew it. He knew it all the way. But we were so focused on, oh my God, we have to write a text for that. Oh no, the video has to be finished. So yeah, we got a giant penis inside our German Video Game Award presentation. Thank you, Dennis. So this is actually what happened, and this is the boss that will never come. But it looks really dangerous. So, thanks, Mike. You made it. There's not more. Sorry. Thank you, Mike. So this was our presentation, and I mean, we didn't get an award, which was fine because it was just the sound was not running, and it was really like hardly a game at all. But I mean, for us it was awesome because it was like so much work, and we had the feeling that with more time and more resources, this could really be something. And but we were also asking ourselves, okay, actually this was so crazy, like why didn't it work? And I have to show you another video which kind of proves out maybe that somebody really understood what we want to tell those people there, because I mean those are like all the politicians that are sitting. I think one of them is like the economic minister or something. This is me. I got without a mustache. I look terrible. Yeah, I mean, like every game had like a little 10-second clip or something, and it was a giant screen again, and on that giant screen, the gigantic 5-meter penis was on it. So maybe somebody saw it there and were like, "What the fuck? They're trying to screw us over." So again, maybe it was the penis, but we will never know. So let's get back, because after that we really had the feeling that we really had the feeling we're working on something right here, but it didn't impress the gamers as much as impressed other people, because from a music point, it was really impressive that you were able to walk inside a music track and have this interactive music video, more or less. And so we applied for something else with this prototype. We applied for a business planning workshop done by the music industry, and they were giving away innovative ideas for business models with the music industry. So we won the first prize at Music Works. That was really, really great for us, because it came super unexpected, because we don't know anything about the music business. And then also with that prize, we were able to step up the ladder even more, because people were saying, "Oh, you got a business plan. This could be used at some point for artists or music people to get to know over a video game music to a new audience that they wouldn't get without you." So we applied for business plan funding, which is like a government thing, and we also got that. And then we got money. We got for the first time, we got a little money. We could pay our salaries after the first, after 2.5 years, after 2 years working. And we got expensive hobbies. So Dennis started playing golf inside our student office. And also we throw away the old systems. It's like, I mean, it's no use anymore to have those old computers. It's just slowing down our creativity. So basically what happened then was no excuses, and Unity 3.5 coming out. So we've been working with the government support and the funding. We've been working on making this prototype that you saw before. We wanted to make it right. And so now it's not a music action adventure, it's a music action game, because action is important. And I got another prototype, so I got another Beatbuddy to give away. This is actually a version that came up on Steam, so it's actually more or less playable. So anybody from you there? Thank you. So, just gonna set up the system. Change of controllers. What's your name?
Alexander.
Alexander, great. Thanks for helping me out here. Okay. Okay, this is actually, it tells a bit, a part of the story. A part of the story is, does it look good? It might not be connected. Okay, great. Okay, the gamepad doesn't seem to work, but that's in this case fine, because
I actually have some in my backpack.
Oh, really? I think for this prototype we can just leave it with the keyboard control. It's not nice, but it's enough. So so this is basically the version that was also later on Steam, and there's a short video in front of that because it's all buggy and everything, and we actually submitted it to the IGF and to a lot of awards. And he is now the little video for our excuse that the version was so buggy. It was never meant to be on Steam at any point. So we did a little video in our student office. This is me.
One of the Threaks.
It's really weird that I'm getting my own dubbing by a woman. But you know,
Beatbuddy already looks pretty finished.
Better than having no dubbing at all.
Really
so we really had the feeling, okay, this version is all broken and so many bugs. We really don't want to ruin it with anybody, so we got to seem like we have no clue what we're doing, and yeah. So we did this video, and like 10,000 people saw the demo, and it's basically about how an everyday situation our office looks.
We at Threaks do our very best to have Beatbuddy ready in 2013. If you want to keep track on what's happening here, befriend us on Facebook or have a look at Threaks.com. And now, enjoy playing Beatbuddy.
Don't look. Oh god. So yeah, but I think the video worked. I think the video worked for the point that nobody was really mad at us for giving out a crappy version. So this is basically, the song is produced by a producer from Berlin who is helping us since almost 2.5 years right now, and it's more or less like a dance electronic song, and we even have a little story now. It's because we are a music action game, not a music action adventure. But anyways, you have to basically, we had the feeling that it would be more fun to not only bounce around with the music, but to give the player a reason why he's inside this world. So Beatbuddy has to find Greg's brother, or Greg, I don't know at this point. And we also did some German humor, saying they have to use their ice stone instead of an iPhone because it's like a stone world and everything. So, and I mean, basically it's still the same idea that you're moving inside this track, and we even have one attack now. So you can make a little dash and destroy those little boxes. And can you stop right here for a second, because I want to tell you right now what we already did with the sound technology. Because at that time we've already developed a lot of tools, especially our CTO Eric, who's also in the audience right now. There you are. Great. So Eric did all the tools for the sound technology, and what is happening at this point is that already in that version, we were able to insert a music track, and the legs would automatically adjust with the animation to that behavior. So that was already awesome for us to build levels. It was still so much work because we had to come up with game design and level design and everything. But at the same time, it made our lives so much easier. So yeah, you can go on. It's not as impressive after 1 minute. So. Basically, this whole game was kind of like inspired by old school. Oh yeah, right, the crab. This is also the point where I wanted to stop, because if you scare the crab, the music is gone. So you're really inside this interactive, living thing of a music song. And I mean, for us, it was super cool to find out what else you can do with music. And we also got little coins that you could collect, which have no reason. It's like everybody's expecting after, oh, I found all the 20 coins. Yeah, nothing happened. So, but we just kind of felt it's good to collect something shiny. But we were not 100% done with the game design at that point. So, but we got the bass drums running right, and of course we kind of translated all the different sounds that we want to use. Oh no, you're looking for all the items. Ah, shit! Don't collect the coins. They're really worthless. So I mean, and you don't have to read the text. It's like, I really appreciate that you're reading text, because you and I are the only people on this planet who read story. But right, you made it. Awesome. Because I just want to show real quick. The snare, and the snare is another sound, and it's already super cool because all the snare bubbles are exploding exactly the time when the snare is hitting, and this is in order to make it feel right and look right. It's really a matter of milliseconds. So also right now, when they're not popping, there's no snare sound. And if you go on into another room up there, you already see like how people are dancing to in Berlin after 3 long nights. So you have the basic percussion set. Everything is 100% right to the millisecond sound-wise. Yeah, and you basically, I mean, it is a music game, but at the same time, it is an action game. It is an action adventure game. So this was our goal. I think I have to stop the prototype at this point because I want to show the last prototype. So thank you so much for playing. Thanks a lot. I'm a bit afraid that for the grand finale, oh right, if you really have a controller, that would be awesome because right now I might have problems with the Xbox gamepad, but we will see. Okay, let's go on with the presentation real quick because there was a lot more happening at that point. We had this version ready and we sent it out to a lot of people and we got, I think this might have been the best moment over the last 4 years, the IGF honorable mention, because it was really super hard fought that year. I think it was like 840 submissions that year. That was super cool. Then we got selected project at the Game Connection in San Francisco, where we were talking with a lot of publishers, which was really, really interesting. Then we got under the Amaze Indie Connect Top 10, which is a great thing in Berlin, which just took place a month ago. You should really visit it next year. It's really awesome. And then we won the first prize at Interlevel Up Award for Best Art and for Best Sound. And there's something cool happening there because, of course, we didn't care for the award at all. But what was really cool there, because they gave it us on stage at E3, that somebody else was also in the room. It was Austin Wintory conducting his music on Journey. And guess who we met backstage? It was Billy Mitchell, the all-time record holder for Pac-Man and maybe also Donkey Kong, nobody knows. No, of course, we met Austin. Of course, we met Austin backstage, and we told him about our game and about how much we love his music, and that it would be awesome if he would support us, or if he had an idea for a music track that he wanted to have playable inside Beatbuddy. And he really said yes, and so we had everything we wanted. We had music artists, the sound technology was working from a point that we could produce levels efficiently. We got some nomination and awards for the pre-alpha version, so we were not a complete nobody anymore. Still a nobody, but like a not a complete one. And we also overworked the whole GDD and really had kind of a solid game that we wanted to make, and also a business plan set up. So basically, and we also, oh yeah, I actually did the whole presentation again till 1 in the night last night, and I wanted to write something positive about our team, but I didn't want to write that we have a great team because that's not cool. So I came up with well-oiled team. It was something about like a well-oiled machine, I guess, but I think you know what I mean. So although we had that well-oiled team, we basically Beatbuddy was kind of dead at that point because we heightened up our expectations. Like this has to be on console. This has to be at least 6-hour content. It has to be at least so and so many levels. So at the same time, with all the expectations and all the stuff, and Austin Wintory and all the people who wanted to support us, we know that we needed more money because we burned it all. No, we didn't burn it all, but I mean we bought expensive PCs. So. We were looking and talking to a lot of people. We were talking to a lot of publishers, but we didn't want to give away the IP and everything we worked on, and we didn't feel comfortable that anybody else could bring it to a point that we can get the whole message clear that this is like could be an interactive music video, but at the same time being this action game. So we didn't want to have a publisher that is paying for us. So he can take over the product. So what happened in Hamburg was something really, really astonishing, and it's only, I think it's a project that is kind of really original in Europe at the moment. It's called the Innovation Starter Fund, and it's basically the city of Hamburg said, hey, in so many regions, startups are coming all over about technology and everything, but we don't have so many companies here. That is really not cool. So why don't we pretending to be a venture capitalist, but we are a state venture capitalist. So we are basically setting up a fund of money, and we are picking out certain companies that are doing biotech or certain technology or business models, and we support them along the way, giving them a loan. They stay completely independent because, like, they know what to do. And so we were really, really lucky, and we got that funding after, I think, like 3 or 4 months of preparations and everything. And one of the things we needed to show them is that the game is fun, because they had no ideas about game. So we did this little video. Again, all with After Effects. After Effects saved our lives so many times. This is still our old office, though. So we invited like 40 or 50 people to a play test and kind of let them give their honest opinion if they would buy the game or if they like the game. And we got really lucky. So really, like, a lot of people enjoyed it. It was a Steam version of the game, and yeah, this is basically. And we also talked a lot and gesticulated with our hands because we are game developers. So that is actually the point where we were funded, and we were able to get us a publisher, but not a publisher that would make us his bitch and give us money. We found a publisher that would only do the marketing for us, and he wouldn't give us any advance, and he would bring us to the consoles. So Reverb, those are the people who did Guitar Hero, and after they sold their company to Activision, they did the marketing for Guitar Hero and Rock Band. So we felt that we are on the right track there, and they already released Dungeon Defenders, which was a huge success, and we felt that this might be the right people to bring us to the US continent, because as a German, it's really hard to get overseas being seen by anybody. So we got a publisher, we wanted to develop a console, so obviously we needed new workers. So we got Björn here, who looks like Popeye in this picture, and also we got a company dog now. And also he got a massive mustache, or a massive beard, so everybody tried to get a beard as him as well, but I don't know, if I do it, it looks really stupid. So, and we also got ourselves our first time a real game designer from the Netherlands. So that is Lawrence. He worked on an IGF honorable mention game called Glitch Hiker together with Flambear. And yeah, we took him the second night to the Reeperbahn, and things got really, really wild. But yeah, and this is actually when it started, le crunch, how the French guy calls it. And we had basically 1 year being funded, having our team together, moving to a new office, and everything all set for this one moment at PAX where we wanted to show the new version. And the new version was really good. We got from the press, which totally surprised us, from 2 sides, best PC game of the show and best PAX 2013. That was super, super awesome. And another cool thing was that we got a life-size Beatbuddy costume. Oh yeah. And I'm just going to show you real quick what kind of guerrilla marketing you can do on the streets of Boston with that piece of fur. So we were basically, I mean, we wanted to crash the IGN party, but it's really hard to work on the costume, so we found the bicycle driver who was driving like crazy in the rush hour times and taking Beatbuddy for a ride, and Beatbuddy was partying for 1 hour. I think somebody got a sore arm there. So yeah, that's basically, okay. That's basically what happened at PAX. And now for the grand finale and Unity 4.1, which is like the latest version that we're using at the moment, of course, because this 4.2 is not out. And now we're talking about an action music game, because not a lot of people like music games, we found out after 3 years, so we call it an action game first. And I need a last volunteer for this version. Does anybody want to get the real game? Nobody? Timon. It's not planned or anything. Okay. Yeah, give him some applause. Hello, senor. Okay. I really hope it works right now. No, it doesn't really. It really doesn't seem to. Let me try the other side. Oh, and if anybody has another Xbox gamepad, that would be awesome. But you got one, Steffen? Okay. Because there really seems to be some problem, and that's the bad point. This one is really optimized at the moment for Xbox development. So. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that would be awesome.
You probably have to exit the game first.
Yeah, I think so too. Oh, okay. Awesome. Let me check out. Please, 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 please. Yeah, nice. Because I actually gave a speech at Indie Connect, and the Logitech gamepad was not working, and I talked about so many prototypes, how great the new game is now, and finally everything is working, and then I couldn't play. That was a bit shitty. So yeah, this is what Timon is playing now is the PAX version or the beta version, which is like 2 months away from the release. And we kind of skipped the tutorial at this point, and the whole the first level, it might remind you of the old look, but everything is completely different now because we used, Eric developed a lot of proprietary 2D art tools that give us those nice sun shafts. We got depth of field. We are running on a very smooth performance 2D-wise. Oh, you just came from there. We kind of skipped the tutorial. But basically what I wanted to show you in the last 3 minutes is that this level is now based on an artist called Parov Stellar. He's doing swing music from the 30s mixed together with electronic music, and he's really, really good at that. And he got 30 million clicks on his YouTube videos and everything, and he just thought the project was fun, so he joined. And basically what you're having right now is that when you move inside the level, right, you follow the crystals, awesome. When you move inside the level, we got a song first, and the song has like certain parts, like part 1, the chorus, part 2, chorus 2, and so on. And basically what's happening there is that we looked at the composition and thought, okay, how can you translate that whole thing into game design? So right now you just hear the bass drum because this is how the song starts. But as you progress inside the level, you get all the extra sounds with like the snares, the hi-hat, and everything. So as you play this action level, you're basically hearing the whole song as an interactive, non-linear remix, stretch out to 40, 50 minutes, depending on how long you're playing. And that is really crazy. That is. I mean, we did a lot of tests. If people would get really annoyed by that at some point. Oh, yeah, right. You gotta have to punch the crap. Oh, sorry, I didn't explain you the controls, because now we're using 2 buttons. So, can you do that? Oh no, the punch button doesn't work. Oh, God. Oh no, I'm afraid the. Okay, then we gotta move to another part, because I'm not gonna fail again. Okay, let's move to the menu. Then we're gonna show you something that we haven't shown anybody yet. We're gonna show you the second level, which is done by an artist. Oh right, that could be. Okay. Okay, anyways, but now you're playing a brand new part. Because, I mean, like the first level is very, very old schoolish, also from the look and the whole design. And it is based on the song by Parov Stellar, but the second level is playing inside a jungle, and it's based on it's based on an artist called Saber Pulse, who did music for the game Chime before. So it's chiptune. So it's basically a very, very different look and feel to those settings, and you will also see that the whole pacing of the level is way more dramatic because all the mechanics behave to chiptune music, which is of course way faster. And this is actually a part from the Beatmobile. So what we did is we, since a lot of people said, hey, so what happened to the original Beatbuddy where you can only move to the beat? And what actually happened was we had the idea, we want to bring that back to life. Can you shoot now with the beat gun? Oh yes, I can. Oh yeah, I mean that's the idea that you cannot turn. I mean we do some gravity stuff later, but you basically have to shoot the hell out of it. So, right. So this is actually, you always have the part 1, which is like this action adventure part. Then you have the chorus part where the music is really loud, maybe even louder than like this right now. And basically what's happening is, this is the version that I started the talk with 50 minutes ago. This is that you can only move to the beat and everything else is moving to a different beat. And yeah, it's really, really cool that we're able over the time to fuse those versions together, have those actiony parts where you're driving around the Beatmobile and have this casual part, but at the same time that we could have this action adventure part. So yeah, this is basically how the game looks. It would be awesome to have the music a bit louder, but okay. So yeah, I think we're running out of time at this point. Thanks for helping, Time. You look beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Great. So I'm basically done. Yeah, I should be done. Good. And so this is Beatbuddy now, 4 years later, and we have 6 different levels, 6 different artists, and the game will be out on console in 2 months on Steam. And we're really, really excited that we made it this far, and we're super excited that we're standing, or that I'm standing here, because I saw a speech from Nicholas Francis in 2011 at the Festival of Games, and that was so inspiring. Like, hey, maybe someday we can also be on a big stage and talk about what we did. Of course, we're not Unity, but we're really happy what we achieved with it. And yeah, it's just another 2 months till we finish. If you want to follow us on the last 2 months till the release, we are trying to keep things fresh on Facebook. And yeah, I think thank you so much for your attention, listening to me for 50 minutes. And it's time for Q&A if you want to. So thank you very much. I think we...
Yeah, I was wondering what the initial funders, what did they expect when the iPhone version didn't come out?
The initial funders.
Did they get angry?
Oh yeah, it was basically the goal of the funding was to build up the technology. So it was not like, I mean, having not the iPhone version or more going to the action adventure stuff was basically just the skin of everything, because we didn't get the funding for the game, we just got the funding for the technology. So we developed our technology. I mean, that was everything cool, but we just realized during that time that as a casual game, this game was not right. So there was actually no problem. The guys who were actually so happy how we developed and used that little money, because you have to report every little thing that you buy, even if it's just a piece of paper or a pencil. You have to send in the bill and then get the money back afterwards. So it's really, really complicated. And those people, some of those people were also in the jury of the Innovation Starter Fund that been like the latest investment that is the reason why we're here, because they were so happy with the way we developed from this little money, taking so good care of it, and doing all the reports, and then still doing something after 2 years, and how we developed over the whole time. So there was actually no problem.
Thank you.
Does anybody want to have more plushies? No?
I have one.
Yeah, because I really want to throw something in the audience. So, okay, but I'm not a good thrower. So
How was it to work with music playback in Unity? Like your experiences with that? Can you tell a little bit about
that? Is that Ole? No, it's not Ole. Yeah, actually the music playback was I still remember at the German Video Games Awards, there was another developer also using Unity, and they said like, "Are you fucking stupid? You're making a 2D game with music in Unity." So there was not the ideal combination actually at that point, but especially Eric developed a lot of proprietary stuff and tools, and also found a lot of workarounds that tackled those problems, because at that time, especially in the version like in 2010, we had a lot of problems at that time. But if you want to know more about the audio stuff, you can talk with Eric. He will tell you hours and hours about it. Because we actually got the technology that we developed inside Unity, we sent it to patent a couple of months ago because we wanted to be inventors. So let's see in 9 months if we are inventors, but we definitely had to develop our own tool set. Otherwise, it wouldn't have worked at that point. So I think there's another. Oh yeah.
I had another related question. You mentioned that you had a technology that, or you tried a technology that basically broke down, analyzed the music, and tried to find the patterns in it.
Yeah.
In the final game that you showed, is there some similar technology in use, or is it scripted to match the music that you meant for this level?
It's basically the technology that we wanted to do at that point, getting all the infos out of an MP3, like the consumer goes inside a music track, that is not working with this technology all over the world at this point. That is just not possible. But it's actually what we wanted. Like, I mean, in that version, I would have loved to stop, because you really have this all the different files in there in real time. So you can basically, I mean, you have to design the game design by hand, because otherwise the levels are no fun, and it's basically an action game first. So, but anything else in the back end, it's all just adjusted to one game mechanic, and the behavior is generated in real time. So what we want to do with this technology, like Beatbuddy is one big step, and will definitely decide about the fate of the company. But at the same time, we got this technology and made a lot of ties with the music industry as well. So what you could also do with the technology, maybe in 2014, Eric will shake his head now, is for example that an artist can play music, and all the different layers of his music are visualized live behind him. So like like a real-time VJing of that music, and this is maybe something that has been done before, but what hasn't been done before is that people could log on with their iPhone on that visualization and play it like a game. So with the technology that we developed, it's not only that you can do just this one game, it's that you can do a lot with the technology, even on an event-based idea. So that is something we're working on as well, and we see how far we get with that. So, thank you. How are we on time? I think we're. One last question? Okay. The one who does the last question will be part of our beta testing group. Is that even nice? I don't know. Okay, awesome.
So when you get an artist to make a track for you, what do you expect them to return? Is it like a series of loops, or what is it?
I mean, it's basically what we're doing. Like, for example, when we work together with Austin Wintory, there's certain things we can do at the moment. Like, it's all based on loops. So we have all the audio files, like hi-hat, snare, synth, vocals, all in separate files. So we would need from you all the different tracks, all the different stems themselves, and then we need some basic things, like we need a bass drum sound, because a lot of mechanics are based on the bass drum music. Then we need I don't know the English word for that right now, but like a 132 beat stuff. So we got like certain requirements that we would need from you, but basically it could be a very broad variety of music that we can already use at this point. But yeah, so hope that answered your question.
It did.
Thank you. And you're part of the closed beta group now.
Yay!
If you want to. So thank you very much for having me, and I wish you a good day.